Exemplifying the garish excess of the times, the action films of the 1980s and early 1990s have become nostalgic artifacts from the youth of many of today's gamers. Far Cry 3's standalone add-on, Blood Dragon, capitalizes on this as an entirely ridiculous, self-aware gaming experience that bathes in a pool of 80s action cinema staples. It's not exactly a new idea, but since we're laughing at Duke Nukem instead of with him these days, it's safe to say there's room in the market for a game like this. Montages, a synth soundtrack, one-liners, vicious weapons, and colossal lizards that shoot lasers out of their eyes are all central elements to this love letter to all things awesomely bad about 1980s action flicks. At the center of Blood Dragon is Rex Power Colt, a Mark IV cyborg commando tasked with investigating the megalomaniacal Colonel Sloan. Of course, things quickly go south and Rex's investigation turns into a quest for revenge, and the opportunity to do something as modest as save the world.
Just let me kill people, damn it.
Blood Dragon's plot touches on all the cliches that define its source material and provides an excellent vehicle for humor. It does a great job of never becoming too entangled in poking fun of its source material and offering an enjoyable game experience. Rex's one-liners are amusing and occur infrequently enough that they never become an irritation.
Dick shit. Guess I blew my load.
The 8-bit cutscenes are utterly brilliant, and borrowed dialogue from 1980s action films are a treat for those who remember their source.
What's with the needle, Doc?
Listen, this will make you more like Sloan. Powerful, but without the side effects.
No, Doc. No way. I swore an oath to a special lady.
Your wife?
No. Lady Liberty. She taught me that winners don't use drugs.
Blood Dragon takes the core elements of Far Cry 3 and grafts them onto its own scanline-littered world. Its landscape is dotted with outposts that look like G.I. Joe playsets, which can be captured from enemy hand. These outposts have varying layouts and terrain that encourage you to take a new approach to each one. In these sequences, the Blood Dragons play their biggest role. These creatures have atrocious eyesight, allowing you to sneak past them and can be lured with cyber hearts. Using the tools at your disposal, you can get the dragons to do your dirty work for you. Though, if things go wrong, they can become a much more formidable obstacle than the cyborgs you're trying to clear out in the first place. Taking these outposts will allow Rex to fast travel to that point, and opens Predator and hostage rescue missions. Predator missions task your cyborg hero with killing a unique creature or unit with a specific weapon, while hostage rescues give you a job of saving a scientist from enemy hands. The wrinkle to these missions is that alerting the enemy to your presence will cause guards to shoot the hostage, so some stealth is required to complete these tasks. Completing these mildly repetitive missions, as well as collecting the various files, VHS tapes, and televisions strewn around the island, unlock weapon attachments. Being able to maim enemies with a quad-barreled shotgun with flaming rounds or a sniper rifle that uses exploding ammunition ensures that these side tasks are worth seeing through. The 7 main missions can be completed in just a couple hours, so doing the side missions is highly encouraged. Completing everything to offer in Blood Dragon is a 6 to 8 hour affair. The problem with Blood Dragon is not its length. At $15, 6 to 8 hours is satisfactory, and given the material there's a risk that it could overstay its welcome. Blood Dragon suffers from an imperfect upgrade structure. Killing enemies grants you cyber points, which acts as experience. With every level he gains, Rex becomes stronger, receiving more health and special abilities.
Shitballs! I'm burning up!
I wholly expected Rex to become a nigh-invincible hard-ass, but the point at which he becomes a demigod comes much too quickly.
Oh, you fucking asshole.
With a few levels and weapon upgrades, Blood Dragon not only becomes unchallenging, but most of the finer points of completing the side missions are decimated with a sledgehammer. It becomes unnecessary to rescue hostages stealthily when you can mow through a half-dozen guards faster than they can kill a single scientist. Capturing outposts also suffers once it becomes feasible to stand toe-to-toe with 20 enemies using your minigun. With its skies polluted by unicorn flatulence and flourishes of neon glow, Blood Dragon's aesthetic could be best described as a gay pride parade held in Gary, Indiana. The skies are hazy and red, the waters murky and black, and colorful ruins dot the island. The terrain isn't as intricate as Far Cry 3, but there are enough landmarks and areas of interest to make it interesting to explore. Creatures with unusual color palettes and glowing eyes roam the island, ready to pick Rex apart if provoked. Blood Dragon emphasizes artistic style rather than the technical prowess of the engine. The soundtrack, courtesy of Power Glove, is absolutely incredible, and may be the single element that most sells Blood Dragon as a throwback to 1980s action films. Blood Dragon is a refreshing reminder of just how absurd and fun video games can be. With so many games wallowing in melodramatic, gritty, dead serious worlds, it's wonderful to see a game that delights in just how ridiculous it can be without becoming a distraction. Everything from the upgrade descriptions to the loading screens are peppered with attitude and humor. The repetition in the side quests and flawed progression don't stop Blood Dragon from becoming the best guilty pleasure that 2013 has offered so far. It's a gnarly shotgun blast to the face of just how tasteless, brash, and excessive the 1980s were.
Doc, I got the kill star. It's Sloane's bedtime, and I plan to tuck him in under 6 feet of dirt.